Hi, it's Morris. Today I want to talk about the qualities of a good employee. Now, if you are currently working or you are an employee, then this is for you. And if you're a boss and you want to have some good employees, then you're going to want to listen up. First, I want to talk about what makes a really lousy employee. Somebody that just like you are so sorry that you have them working for you. If you're, this is, it's first of all, let's not talk about the people who don't want to work there. They hate the company, they hate the boss, and they're just miserable people, and they're just trying to make everybody miserable around them. And that's not the type of situation I'm talking about. I'm talking about the employee that is like just can't move on their own. They're like these little toy cars where you give them a little, you wind them up a little bit, let it go, and it's for a little while, and then it stops. And then you got to go grab it again and give it another wind up, and it goes again. But you're constantly having to come back to this person and get them to do things. He just doesn't do things on their own. So don't be that kind of an employee. You get the feeling like it's like you got a 3-year-old helping you with the dishes. You just like, I'll do it myself. It's just so there are people like that, and the reason that employees are like that is because they don't want to make a mistake. They're afraid of making a mistake, but in fact they're just pissing off the boss. And what you don't want to make your boss hate you, or associate you with problems, or associate you with just not getting stuff done. So if people don't realize this, they move slow. They're afraid to like overstep their bounds. They're constantly asking questions. How do I do this? Is it okay to do this? Can I have, is it all right? And then the boss is just like, come on, I got my own life here. You get on with your work. That's what I'm paying you to do. But people don't want to make the mistakes. So they're just constantly asking, or they're afraid to just like take charge of their own area. And it's much better having somebody take charge of an area. And if they screw up, the boss can come and say, hey, do this instead of that. No hard feelings. Good job. Keep up the good work. I didn't have to do it. So it's a wonderful thing. So your job as an employee, as a good employee, is to figure out what needs to be done and do it. There's an old saying that if you love your boss, you'll do what needs to be done. If you hate your boss, you'll do what you're told. And that is the truest statement, because it will drive the boss crazy if you just constantly have to tell a person what to do, and if something goes wrong or gets screwed up, they're saying, well, you told me to do it. But your job as a good employee is to protect your boss and protect your work area and protect your activities so that you're doing the right thing. You're doing what needs to be done, not what you're told to do. So please don't hate your boss. Do what needs to be done. Okay? Don't do what you're told. Do what needs to be done. So now all that is what a crappy employee is like. A good employee actually takes charge of their area, which is kind of a general statement, but the whole point is that you don't have to constantly bother the guy and get in his way. You just go about your business. Best way to do that is to check in with him at the boss's times when they're not that swamped or busy. So try to make a point, maybe once a day if it's okay. Have a 2-minute conversation, let them know what's up, and just get on with your day. A boss really loves it when somebody comes to them and says, these are the things I figure I'm going to do today. Do you have anything? Is you okay with that? Or did you have anything special or an emergency, or can I help you with something? Because you can always fit in your duties as the day goes on, but you can't always, but you should always leave some time to try to help what your boss wants done. He's the one that sets the priorities. what is most important in his mind, and that's what really counts. What you have in your head and you think is important and the right way to do things and what you're there for is not true. What he wants done, what he thinks is important, it overrides what you might think. So you have gone through all your life and all the jobs you've ever had, and you've got this set attitude that this is the right way to do things and this is how a good employee works. No, what a good employee does is figure out what's important to the boss and does that. Now, come to review time, he's got a list of all the important things to him that you've accomplished. Your list, if you do it the other way, then your list is all about what you thought was important and maybe not even pertinent to what he thought was important. So you got to figure out what he wants. And I'm saying he, of course it could be she, but I've worked for more men than women in supervisory positions, so I'm saying he. But sure, you can have a woman boss. It's perfectly okay. All right. So, now, this is really important. When a problem comes up, you don't take the problem to the boss and say, "Hey, boss, we got a problem here." That just drives them crazy. If you want to be a fantastic employee and just be just gold to him, you come to him with a situation. Let's call it a problem, not play words. But you've given him 2 or 3 solutions, and you pick one of the solutions that you recommend. You recommend one of those 2. So now you've already researched the problem. You've come up with 2 or 3 ways to go, and you tell him which one you think is best, and you ask his permission. Can I do this, what I recommend? And he'll just he'll be thrilled because number 1, you got the problem. Number 2, you come up with the solutions. Never give your boss a problem. Always give him a problem with solutions and a recommendation. And then he could he's just going to say, "Oh, that's great. Okay, well, don't do the one you're thinking of. Let's do this instead." Now, he doesn't have to go into research. It's not dumped on his desk. And employees do this, and they just don't realize what an effect it has on the poor guy. Here's my problem. If you got 4 employees under him, and that's all the employees do is say, "Here's a problem, here's a problem, here's a problem, here's a problem." By the time the end of the day, the guy's just got this, he's buried. But if you come up there with solutions as well as the problem and say, "Can I do this?" Well, it's as if the problem didn't even exist. And boy, do you look great. Now, that's what you want. You want to be in line with what he thinks is important. You want to provide him with solutions every time a problem comes up, and you want to be autonomous. You want to be able to do your job on your own and in your own little world and keep an eye out for what he thinks is important. All those things added together makes a super employee. And so there you have it. All right. Well, if you like this, click the share button and go to the to selfimprovementmethods.com/go, and you can get a free ebook I got for you. That's it's called The Organized Mind, and it'll really help you with sorting things out in the workaday world. So click that link, share, like, comment below, and I really appreciate you watching, and thanks a lot, and make it a good day.